Another day, another dollar. Thank the Lord for another 24. God, I knew that was you, man. Saturday night cap. I'm finna lay it down here in a second, get ready for bed. But I was just sitting on the couch a little while ago, just reflecting on life, just thinking about shit I've done over the years, in my 34 years living on this earth. And I was just thinking about some of the lessons I've learned along the way, some things I had to learn the hard way, thinking I knew it all when I was young, and I took some L's in life. That's a part of life, though. You're going to win some and you're going to lose some. It is what it is, But I was just, in my phone, in my notes, just jotting down things, to kind of reflect on, to look back on, that have been some of the biggest teachers in my life. And I was going to hop on here real quick, share some of these things with y'all. It may help some of y'all out. The first one is always being proactive in life. When an opportunity comes your way, you got to seize the moment. You have to seize the day. The reason I say that is because an opportunity can present itself to you, and it may never come again if you don't take advantage of it. If you don't jump on it, as soon as it presents itself to you and seize the opportunity, it could be lost forever. You may never see that again. And the whole time, somebody else that's being more proactive, they not sitting back on the porch waiting, straddling the fence, wondering should they make that play or should they not make that play. They just jump off the porch and go after it. Guess what? They're going to snatch it right up from underneath you. You know what I'm saying? And it's gone. It's not coming back, So I've learned over the years, when things have presented themselves to me, an opportunity, something I may be good at, something I may be talented in that I didn't know I was talented in, I jump on it. I make it happen, That's why I'm glad I started my YouTube channel, this YouTube journey. Because at first I wasn't even going to do this shit. I had people telling me over the years, I remember I had a few people tell me probably back in the mid 2000s, like around 2015, I used to always post my videos on social media. I would post my workout videos, me turning up before the gym, me turning up. Sometimes I'll be at the crib drinking. I'll just be turning up, taking shots, posting it, stuff like that. And I would just do that for fun. On the weekends, my days off or something. But I had a few people over the years tell me, they were like, bro, you should go ahead and start that YouTube channel. Go ahead. I think you would do good at it. But my whole thinking at the time, I was like, I really just post my workout videos mainly just for, motivation, inspirational purposes. I'm really not, I don't think the YouTuber route is for me, But then something clicked in my head around 2022. And I was like, I started seeing, all the people I like and I follow on, YouTube, Instagram, they blowing up. They got large followings. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm doing the same shit as them. People was telling me I should start one. So I was like, you know what? What the fuck? I'm going to go ahead, jump off the porch and start the YouTube journey. So, boom, I did it. I just hopped off the porch and I never looked back. Luckily, that opportunity, it came back into fruition, and it came back on my radar and I seized the opportunity. If I didn't do it this time around, I probably would never do it. Y'all probably wouldn't even be watching none of these videos I've been posting on my YouTube for the past 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So when I first started my YouTube channel, it was initially, me talking about, working out, motivational stuff, life hacks. I'm a little bit older. Some of the people that may follow me on my social media pages, they may be in high school, college. I had some of them tell me, they look up to me. They watch my videos for motivation, advice. When I'm doing them type of videos, I'm just, I'm passing down things that I've learned along the way, things I had to learn the hard way, so y'all don't have to make the same mistakes I may have made. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I started my YouTube channel initially working out, fitness. I still do those videos now. Don't get it twisted. But maybe around 8 months ago, I posted the video talking about how I felt about being a correctional officer. I've been a correctional officer for 13 years. And that video, it kind of took off. I think the last I checked, it's got almost 20,000 views. I just posted a 20-minute video I was about to go into work. I was just talking about the job, different aspects of it, you know. And it's like I had to pivot my YouTube channel to talk more about my job, corrections, because I discovered that there's people all around that are interested in corrections. You know, they want to know more about the job. I've had so many people reach out to me asking about the hiring process. What's the salary? You know, telling me they interested in being correctional officer. Man, I got people, you know, I've ran into people out in public, you know, like, yo, somebody showed me your video just the other day. Matter of fact, I'm leaving out of work, right? And one of my homies, he used to be an officer at the prison, but he works in HR now. He was about to leave too, but I was walking out. I passed him. He was like, yeah, somebody called all the way. They called from Puerto Rico. They was inquiring about the job, and they had mentioned your name, you know. And he was like, I see you out there doing things. You doing good things, you know. And that really struck me, because I'm like, that shows me my reach. I'm getting out there, you know, what I'm doing. It's getting out there even more and more. Somebody from Puerto Rico called, they mentioned my name. I'm like, they in a whole nother country, you know, calling up here in little old Butner, North Carolina. That's where I live. I'm in Butner, North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? So that tells me that these videos, man, are having an impact. You know, people tuning in, all the people that's been tuning into it. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. You know, all the support, all the love, all the positive comments y'all leave. Every time y'all leave a comment asking me, can I do a video covering this topic? You know, I make sure I write it down. This is my notebook, my main notebook for all my topics for my YouTube video. So, you know, I make sure I write it down so I don't forget, you know, because y'all is who I'm doing these videos for. You know, somebody want me to do cover a certain topic and I haven't already covered it. I have no issues with cutting on the camera, you know, and talking about it. We can talk about it, you know, and if I don't know, I'll reach out to some of my resources, you know, and pick their mind. That's just like a couple of weeks ago, somebody asked me to do a video talking about how to pass the test for the Bureau of Prisons, you know, the core values assessments. And I had went through that like back in 2013. So it's been almost 11 years. I couldn't really remember. So I reached out to one of my homies I helped get on at the prison. He's been working there for like a year now. He had just went through the hiring process. So I reached out to him and picked his mind, you know, jotted down some notes, you know, got a refresher so I can make a good video. You know, I'm not going to speak on anything I don't know anything about. I'm not going to cover any topics I'm not knowledgeable on. You know, I'm not just going to be on here just saying anything. You know, I'm not trying to lead nobody astray, lead nobody in the wrong direction, or tell somebody some shit I wouldn't do. You know, that's not what I'm here for. You know, this is just motivational, educational, inspirational purposes only. You know, the next thing, you know, as far as life lessons that I really had to learn over the years is to get rid of toxic, negative people. I can't have them around me. You know, me, I'm a naturally upbeat, you know, always optimistic about life, positive. I'm the type, you know, I could be down on my last. I could be my back against the wall. I ain't know, I'm down in the dirt, down in the trenches, man. I done goddamn dug myself a hole, man, so damn deep. And I'm like this, as long as God woke me up, I still got a fighting chance, you know. So no matter what is going on in my life, no matter what I'm going through at the moment, I'm going to keep fighting as long as God wake me up. You know, that's always been my outlook on life, you know. And I think back on all the circumstances, you know, coming up. I remember growing up poor, you know, growing up in a rough part of town. I grew up in the projects on the west side of Columbus, Ohio. You know, it was a rough part of town. A lot of my friends I grew up with, a lot of them ended up in prison, or some of them ended up dead. You know, I could have easily went that direction with them, but I chose to stay focused, you know, on the task at hand. I was trying to make it out of my predicament, not be a victim of my environment. You know what I'm saying? Not be a victim to the streets. I wasn't trying to go that route, you know, so I made sure I stayed focused on the school books, football, and lifting weights. That's the only thing that really occupied my mind majority of the time in high school. You know, I remember times where I didn't give a fuck. I would walk or catch the bus, Dakota bus, ride my bike, bum a ride from one of my friends, my mom, or have one of my trainers see if they can come pick me up, just so I can go to their house or go up to the school and work out, work out at the track or work out. My one trainer, I played football with his son. He set a world record for the bench press. He benched like 650 pounds when he was like 49. He had a nice ass gym in his garage, so, and he lived like probably 10 minutes driving from my mom's house. So I would, call him, or I would just walk. I remember a few times I just walked, or I'd ride my bike over there. I was like, shit, I didn't care. Shoot, a crackhead to walk to go get some crack. I could walk to go work out. That was my way of looking at it. I had my headphones in, bumping my music. Music saved my life, man. In a lot of instances, music still saves my life to this day. I remember a lot of times in my life, just thinking, I'm listening to some upbeat, motivational music, man. Something like 50 Cent, Hustler's Ambition. Like, yeah, I'm going to be somebody one day. I'm going to make it out. I'm going to make something of myself. The people that know me, I'm going to make them proud. You can go back to my hometown right now. I haven't lived back in Ohio since I graduated high school. Once I left for college, I never moved back home. I lived in West Virginia. After I got out of college, worked a couple prisons there, then I transferred down here to North Carolina. But I bet you this, you can go back home right now. My name still rings bells in the city. It's people. Matter of fact, I went back home a few weeks ago, for a week just to visit the fam and stuff. And I ran into one of my high school classmates. I was at the corner store getting some chips, and a drink. And I ran into one of my homies, man. He was like, yeah, man, I see everything you doing on social media. Like, whatever you do, don't stop that shit, man. Because you one of the few that actually made it out and that's doing something productive with yourself, man. He's like, I like what you're doing. He was ecstatic. He was just happy to see me and see me doing good, And I was like, it was good catching up with him, because when I go back home to the city, I hardly ever see anybody. I'm like me. When I go back, I'm on vacation. Most people are working, they may go out on the weekends. So, I rarely run into old classmates and stuff like that. I see people, on social media I try to keep up with, but I've lost touch with a lot of people, I went to high school with, but I just pray they doing good. I'm pretty sure some of them see what I'm doing, man. They rooting me on, cheering me on, so I got to keep going. I can't stop, and I can't let, like I said, negative, toxic people interfere with what I got going on over here. It's like when you have negative people around you, toxic people, it's like they drain you. It's like their problems in their life, their constant nagging, blaming the world for their problems and their situations and circumstances. It's like it starts to weigh on you. I got enough on my plate as it is. I got enough that I'm trying to accomplish. And I don't need any type of negative outside energy, whether it be family, friends, associates, co-workers, if they have that type of energy and it's like they drag on you, and it's like it gets to the point where you don't even want to be around them because what type of time they on. I just try to distance myself, I try to stay as far away as I can. I still want to see them do good. I still hope their situation works out for the best for them, but it's just I can't tolerate it, because their problems are going to become my problems. People, they have a funny way of making their problems into your problems if you let them. You can't let that go on in your life. If you've been letting it go on, you got people around that's weighing you down. It's time to cut the chain, break the chains loose. You got to free yourself from out that situation, so you can keep elevating and moving forward in life. Otherwise, they just going to drag you down. It's like you in the ocean swimming, you trying to swim to the boat. You trying to swim to your lifeline, but you got a big ass cannonball with a chain shackled to your ankle. And it's just like you going backward. You're supposed to be going forward, swimming forward, but you're going backwards. That's how people are. They're like leeches. They'll leech onto you and they'll sap you for all your positive energy, especially if you're somebody like me, that's optimistic, always upbeat. You want to see people do good, and you may do things like what I do to try to motivate and uplift people. But some people you just can't help. They have to try to help themselves. At some point, you just got to let life teach people and you got to let them go through their own circumstances. You can't go through their circumstances for them. It just doesn't work like that. You will be fighting a whole lot of unnecessary battles that ain't even worth it at the end of the day. It's not even worth your time, your energy. After a while, you just have to cut your losses, man, and just hope for the best. Like I said, life is the best teacher. The next thing I learned in life is never counting on money that's not already in your hand. If the money ain't already in your pockets or in your hand, man, it's not there. It's not yours to spend. It's not your money yet. It's been situations over the year I think back, and it's like I'm already counting my eggs before they hatch. Let's say for instance, I did my taxes, Well, I'm about to do my tax return for the year. I'm expecting to get this certain amount. I went online, went on TurboTax or Google.com and looked up the little calculator where you could punch in what you made and it'll give you like a rough estimate. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm about to get back $1,500. Okay, yeah, I could do some stuff with that. Let me see. I put $500 up in the savings. Take $500, maybe pay some shit off. The other $200-300 maybe spend on me. The other little $200, that's some pocket change, something like that. And it's been situations where, I finally did my taxes and it came back way less than what I was expecting. I'm like, shit, it only came back $800. I'm expecting 15. So situations like that, it taught me to never count your eggs before they hatch. It's just like you give some money or loan some money to somebody, right? And they good. You think they good people, so you expecting your money back. The whole time you done gave your money to somebody that is a damn degenerate gambler. They gamble money away. You done gave your money to a drug addict. Somebody got a drug problem, man. They spend all their money on alcohol or dumb shit, man. They ain't even got no money, man. You done gave your money to a bum. You didn't even know it. You thought they was good for it. Money has a way of changing people, man. Especially, somebody owe you some money. It's like, it's cool when you give them the money, but then when a couple months may go by, you ain't said nothing. I've loaned people money, and I just sit back, even if I got in my head, I probably don't get this money back. This is a gift. This is a one-time gift, and there's been times where people never paid me back, and I just sat back and I observed and I learned from that. I'm expecting that money back. That's money. That's my hard-earned money. That's some money I had to work for, that I'm giving you to try to help you out. You said you're going to pay me back. You got to be a person of your word. If somebody loaned me some money, I try not. I don't even want to ask nobody for no money. Let's just get it. Let's just keep it 100. Unless I'm like in a fucked up situation, or it's like I'm down on my last, and even then, I'm gonna try to think of every avenue possible before I ask somebody for some money. It's only like maybe I can count on one hand the people I would ask for some money. My mom, my daughter's mom, or somebody like that. Maybe a close friend. Otherwise, I'm not even trying to ask nobody for no money. But, like I said, there's been situations where I've loaned people money out, and they took forever to pay it back, this and that. Or it's like, y'all probably have been through situations where you loan somebody some money or give somebody some money, and it's like it's a problem when you ask for your money back. How the fuck is it a problem if I'm asking for something that's technically mine, Oh, all of a sudden when you ask, oh, here, take that old funky ass money. I didn't need it. It's like, that's why I try not to loan people money if I can help. You know what I'm saying? I just say I ain't got it or something. Unless it's like a friend or somebody in my inner circle. Mom Dukes, of course, he asked me for some money. I'm going to send it regardless. Even if I ain't got the money, I'm going to find the money. If mama asked me for some money because all the sacrifices she made in her life, raising me and my brother, single mom, working 2 and 3 jobs, busting her back, just so we could do something good and be productive in life. If she need anything, she know I got her, regardless, and even if I don't have it, I'm going to find a way. I don't care if I got to go to the fucking bank and get a loan or something, or max my credit card out, if it need be. She got it, man. Them the people like that. You make sure you take care of them, but, it is what it is, Like I said, you can't count your eggs before they hatch. You know, let's say you going to sell something. You sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace or eBay. You know, you like, oh, I got this nice ass table or something. Somebody, they said they want to buy it for 500. You feeling good? You feeling great? You rubbing your hands together. I got 500. Okay, boom. I'm finna go get an oil change with 150 of that. I'm finna go get the kids some school clothes. Boom, and we gonna go out to eat later on the week with a little bit of the rest of the money. The rest I'm gonna put in my pocket. You know, you get there, y'all meet up, and you know, the person back out, or they hit you up on the email saying they backed out. They don't want to do it no more. You know, now you like, damn, what I'm gonna do now? I was counting on that 500. I was looking forward to it, expecting it. That's why I'm saying, don't count the money until it's in your hands, till you have physical possession or it's in your pockets. Otherwise, it's not yours to spend, or it's not yours to be divvying up. You know what I'm saying? The next thing that I really had to learn in life, another good lesson, is to never make a major life decision based on the advice of somebody that you normally wouldn't take advice from. You know, if they're not where you want to be at in life, you know, or they have the things that you aspire to have, or going places you want to be in life, don't base a major life decision off of their advice, you know, because they don't know shit. Especially, like I said, if it's somebody they don't have what you have already, or somebody you aspire to be or look up to, it's not even worth taking or listening to their advice, especially if it's some shit like if you should move to a new city, or you should buy a house, or, you know what I'm saying, go back to school, stuff like that. Man, I'm only taking advice from people, you know, that I look up to. I'm not taking no advice from I listen to you, you know, we can sit here and have a conversation. We just passing the shit, kicking the shit, you know, and it may sound good too, you know, what somebody is telling me. But at the end of the day, I'm going to evaluate, and I'm going to really think about it. You know, if I don't feel like it's from a credible source, you know, for me, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. You know, I have to be wary of the people I take advice from. You know, people would say you should always be doing this, or you should be doing that. What if I want to do what I want to do? You know, what's wrong with what I'm doing? You know, especially if I ain't doing anything wrong, you know. But like I said, I keep an open mind. You know, I like to listen to people. You know, if it sound good, I'll listen. You know, because like one thing I learned in life too is you have to always be willing to learn. You know, you can't never think you know everything. The day you think you know everything, you know, that's the day that you stop growing as a person. You know, I'm always trying to learn something new. I'm always trying to expose myself to new things. And that's what I was getting into for my last topic for this video. Always be willing to try new things. Always be willing to put yourself out there sometimes, you know, and to try something. Even if you've never done it before, you think you may not like it, try it anyways. You never know. It just may be your calling in life. You know, it just may be what you're good at, what you were destined to do in life. You know, so I'm always, like I said, I'm willing, I'm open-minded about everything. I'm not closed-minded. You know, I'm trying to be thoughtful about, because I know there's people out here in the world that have different thoughts, beliefs, religions, ideologies, philosophies, everything. Everybody's different, you know, but I'm willing to try to educate myself and immerse myself in something new if I feel like it's going to be useful to me, or it can make me a better person. I have no problem, you know, trying something out new. I'll trying to learn Chinese, or, you know, trying a new type of cuisine, or a dish from another part of the world. I have no problem at least trying it one time. I try, like, unless it's some crazy shit, you know, and I'm like, I don't know about that. You know, if I feel like it jeopardizes something like my safety or my health, or harm something like that, then I probably wouldn't try it. But most things I'm willing to try at least one time. You know, you have to keep an open mind, you know, in order to keep elevating in life, you know, to keep exploring who you are as a person. You have to keep an open mind. That's the only way you keep growing. Like I say, the day you think you know everything, that's the day you stop growing. You might as well be dead, you know. The only people who can't keep learning and getting better are the people that's in the ground, the people that are already dead. Y'all like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel at The Ghetto Bodybuilder. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok at the Ghetto Bodybuilder. I got the merchandise for sale. Shop will be on my website, www.theghettobodybuilder.com, man. But I hope this video helped y'all out. You know, these are some of the things I just remember that stuck out when I was, I was just jotting down my notes. I like to write down things a lot, So those were a few things, just a few little gems to pass on. This video may help somebody out, that may be going through some of these certain situations, Y'all got any comments, questions, or concerns, future ideas or topics y'all may want me to talk about on future videos? Drop a comment. I'll be sure to get back with you as soon as I can. Y'all know how we coming. Let's get motivated.